Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you're all having a great day. So if you want to find out how to make a fun, healthy, but low sin snack that all of the family can take part in making, then please stay tuned and I will show you exactly how to do that. So it's going to be healthy and it's going to be low sin. What else could you want on Christmas or round about Christmas? So what we're going to be making today is a little strawberry Santa, and we will be using, of course, fresh strawberries, and we'll also have some flavoured sweetened cream cheese, which is low sin. So we will be using that as our filling for the strawberries, and we also have a few little decorative touches as well that you can either keep or you can leave out, or you can sort of customise, personalise to what it is that you're wanting to do at home on your own. So these are really quick to make. There aren't many sort of steps as such involved, but this is why it's really good for all of the family to get involved. They are pretty simple, but they can be sort of like made and eaten like straight away. So they don't hold too well in the fridge just because there is no fresh cream involved in them. So if you are wanting to prepare them in advance, then I would say don't do that. So yeah, I just don't want them going to flop onto the plate, and then obviously they don't look and they don't taste as good as they were intended to either. But of course, if you wanted to make these sort of less slimming friendly and you wanted to use real cream, then feel free to do so, and you know, they probably would keep longer in the fridge as well, and they would keep their shape. But for now, what we'll do is we'll head off to have a look at our ingredients, and I will run through all of them in a little bit more detail with you before we get started. Okay guys, so as promised, we will go through our ingredients in a little bit more detail. Now, per sort of strawberry Santa, basically that is what we're going to be making today, with the sort of cream cheese filling and things inside. These will work out at 1 sin per strawberry, which I think is pretty good. Now obviously the bigger the strawberries the better, but these were the best of what we could get in the shops at the moment, so hopefully they will turn out okay. Now it may be that if you go to like a greengrocer or, you know, an independent supermarket, or sort of grocery shop, you might be able to get larger strawberries, but as I said, these were the best ones we could get with a sort of larger sized sort of shape, and obviously the bigger they are, the better they turn out, but hopefully these will be fine. Now what we've also got here is our light cream cheese. So this is just Asda's own one, and this is a 200 gram pack, which is what the recipe calls for. And generally what the recipe is asking you to do is have around 20 strawberries available. Now it might be that, yeah, I've not counted them, but we have washed them. It might be that there are 20 strawberries in here. It might be that some of them are too small to use. And if that is the case, then still use them up, don't put them in the bin, but they might just not take on board the sort of Santa effect that we're wanting to create. But yeah, nothing's going to go to waste here. Obviously we will just make use with what we've got. And this sort of cream cheese here is obviously going to be our filling, and this is where the sins come from, because yeah, everything else really is free here. We are also going to be using 1 level tablespoon of sweetener granules, which is the sucralose ones that I've got here. So always be careful, the more sweetener you add to your recipe, the more sins it will have in it. So if you do add more than 1 tablespoon, then you will need to sin it. We also have our fat-free Greek style yogurt here as well, which will help make our cream cheese filling just a little bit more sort of velvety and a little bit nicer to be able to pipe. I do have a reusable piping bag here that I'm going to be using, and this is what the nozzle looks like. So it's just a sort of plain round nozzle, nothing fancy on there, but if you did want to put a different nozzle on it, then feel free. If you don't have a nozzle, I'm sure it would be fine using a small teaspoon, you know, and a little bit of time and effort would go into making it look just as good. I'm sure it would. We also have a little bit of the Madagascar vanilla. So these are made from pods. We will just be putting a dash in the mix sort of with the cream cheese and the yogurt, just to give it that nice flavour. You don't have to use that, it's completely up to you if you do or you don't, but I'm just going to be putting a little dash in today just to make it that nicer flavour. And the last step that I've got here today is little icing writing pens, and these will be, this will be used to make the eyes on our little Santa strawberries. So yeah, hopefully it all will turn out well. So I'll just clear some space and then we'll start chopping up our strawberries, which have been washed already. So what we're going to do is cut off the leaves. So we're just going to make that nice and flat on the bottom. So we should be able to stand it up like that. Okay, so we've got some of our strawberries cut up there, and now what we're going to do is just cut about 1/3 of the way down, so probably about here, and this will be the base. We'll put some cream cheese mix in here, and we'll then pop our little lid on top. So hopefully that makes sense. Again, we'll cut about 1/3 of the way down. This will be our base, and this will be our little hat. So like the body and the hat, the body and the hat. So obviously we've got our 9 strawberries there at the moment. I have still got a, you know, a decent amount in here. I might cut maybe another 1 or 2. They're all going to get used up, so don't worry. I love strawberries, so they're definitely not going to go to waste in our house. So that's our sort of strawberry bodies with our hats on top. And as I said, we will go and mix up our cream cheese sort of filling, and we will put it in a piping bag as well. So I'll just move this out the way for a minute. There we go. So we've got our little bowl here. And the recipe does call for 200 grams of the light original soft cheese. Now, I bought the one from Asda. Of course, if you wanted to buy Philadelphia as a brand, then absolutely by all means you can. You know, there's no issues there. But this was cheaper and it was much easier for me to get and pick it up whilst I was in the shops today. So there we go. There we go, so that's all of our cream cheese used up. And obviously the more you make of these, the more you will need in the way of cream cheese, etc. But just make it accordingly to how much you need. And we've also got our sweetener here as well. So I'll just grab a spoon and there we go. That's our level tablespoon. So I'll just sort of sprinkle that in. I'm going to do a little dash of the Madagascan vanilla. So just a really small amount because it is very strong. There we go. And our fat-free Greek yogurt. Of course, there are no strings attached to this, it's free. And we need 50 grams of that. So I will just grab my trusty scale. I'm sorry that's not really in shot there, but I will just pop the bowl on here. And we can weigh out 50 grams, yep. So 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll just give things a quick stir through and then I'm going to go away and I'm going to whisk this up using a whisk. and you want to try to get it as light as possible so that it's nice and easy to pipe. So I shall see you again in a minute, and hopefully I will have a little bit more to show you in the way of what our piping bag will look like once this mix is ready. So I shall see you in a minute. So if you're enjoying this content, then please do consider being a subscriber. Being a subscriber does not cost you anything. It does make me very happy though, and it does mean that you do not have to buy me a Christmas present. So click on the bell icon, it will give you notifications. If you could do that, I'd be really, really thankful. So thank you very much. Okay guys, so we've got our cream cheese mix in our little piping bag here. So what we'll do is, because this won't last for very long and it will start to thin down, is I will just do a few of these just to show you, and then I'll finish the rest of them off camera and I will show you all of them at the end as a final product. So you're just wanting to do a little bit of piping work all the way around like that. You're going to pop your little lid on top, and you're going to do a little hat on there as well. And then we'll do another one. Probably could put a little bit more cream cheese in there on the first one, but hey. There we go, and a little hat. So those don't need to be perfect, but again, as I said, they are there to be made fun of. You know, you're there to sort of, you know, keep everyone occupied, like children or people that are maybe not so good in the kitchen, but at the end of the day, they are going to taste delicious regardless of how they look. So don't be too worried if they don't look picture perfect. So let's go and finish the rest of these off camera, and I will show you the finished result at the end. Okay guys, so we need to be pretty quick with this part of the filming, but this is what the little snowmen, strawberry snowmen, look like, or strawberry Santas. So they are starting to melt. Of course, as I said, make them and eat them and have fun with them, but certainly they do look good, I think. And I think for £1 each, they are a bit of fun. They are obviously there for everyone to get involved with making. And to be honest, if you do have children, you could give them a little pot of the cream cheese mix each. And if they want to dig in with the strawberries, then by all means do it. But if they wanted to be a little bit more creative and decorative, then of course they can do that as well. But regardless, they look good, and I'm sure they're going to taste really good as well. So I'm just going to eat one, and we'll go for this one. Delicious. They are so worth £1. They taste lovely, and this cheesecake mix can also be used as part of you can also do stuffed strawberries with it as well. So if you didn't want to do this, but you wanted to do something a little bit more grown up, then you could do the stuffed strawberries, which is the same sort of idea, and you can top them with a little bit of Biscoff crumb or digestive biscuit crumb or Oreo crumb as well. I don't have sin values for that to hand, but it won't be very many considering how small a strawberry is. So thank you so much for watching. I hope this has been helpful. It's just been a little bit of fun and a little bit of a gimmick, but actually they taste delicious, and I'm really happy with how they've turned out. So thank you so much, and I shall catch you in the next video. Thanks, bye.